Hey, tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Welcome to another tanker chat. Sorry, I had my earbuds in. I don't need those. Uh, Welcome to Tanker Chat. Just wanted to give you guys some updates. Maybe go through some things that you did or didn't know, and we'll just go from there. So, update being, well, I was doing some traveling for work and for personal. My daughter moved up to upstate New York. Wanted to do her graduate work up there, so she's packed up and moved to 1,200 miles away. So, but anyway, I got the luxury of driving the U-Haul up there. So yeah, left Dallas on a Wednesday morning and got into upstate New York on Friday. That's roughly 26 hours of drive time in a U-Haul, which is very painful. Just very painful. And luckily, I had Sirius XM on my phone, so I could at least, keep my sanity, because otherwise it was AM, FM radio, and you're constantly changing channels trying to find a station, right? So got her unloaded, headed back to Rochester, dropped off the truck, jumped on an airplane, and then I was off to Los Angeles for work. So roughly a week and a half of travel. And to say the least, I was burned out by the time I got back, and I missed quite a bit of what was going on. I didn't get back until about the middle of all the festival stuff, after the 1.6 update, so on and so forth. So, luckily had enough videos to keep the stream, or keep the channel going while I was gone. And of course, come back and I've got a ton of videos to go through. So, spent the week playing Frontline, and decided, okay, well, now I got to get some videos up and going. So as you can see, and hopefully you will be able to see this if I do this right. Yeah, ton of videos, and so I'll be going through these. They're the version 1.6. I have some at 1.5.1 Mongoose, but there's a micro patch in there somewhere that I need to get in order to get yours going, but I will find it, and I will do my best to get those videos up. Like I had told you guys earlier, I am running multiple versions of the client, so I've been keeping those, trying to find the right version to run the right ones. So I don't plan on keeping this many versions of the client, just because I was gone was the main reason. But yeah, so I guess that I will try to take care of the issues that we've been seeing with updates and stuff like that. So, by having multiple versions of the client to get your videos done. Anyway, so I'll be working on that this weekend, trying to maybe play a little bit more Frontline. I managed to get to Prestige level 4, so now I want to get past that. That's pretty much the update. Channel's doing really good. Watch time's gone up. We've gotten some new subscribers. Hello and thank you. And everything seems to be kind of gelling. I am kind of looking for some feedback on how to better present the channel in the forum. So if you have some ideas on that, I'd greatly appreciate your feedback. If you want to send me any videos, upload them to Watt Replay, and then email me the link to bonsaiduck1@gmail.com, or send it to me in game like these gentlemen have, or put it up on a personal message in the forums. However you want to do it, I greatly appreciate it. So, okay, let's get on with the updates. All right, so and here we are. All right, so Tank Festival is still going on. I really can't give you much information on that because I missed maybe 75% of it. So we have Steel Hunter. For those of you who may or may not be aware, Steel Hunter is Battle Royale that they tested, maybe a year ago, 9 months ago, something like that. And basically it's a 1v all. You go through this very large map, that type of scenario. You can play in platoons, and you start off with these kind of hybrid tanks, and you can achieve, they have different different builds, right? So as you move through the tank, you acquire more equipment, more consumable stuff like that. The crews all come with 6 cents, or the commander. There's only one crew member. It's a commander. He has 6 cents in Eagle Eye, and the reason that's important is because they've changed the vision mechanics, right? So you still got proximity alerts, 50 meters. But if they're outside of that and you're not looking at them, they become invisible. So the vision is only where you're looking. It's no longer just a big circle. You have a 50 meter circle, and that's it. And then anything else you want to see, up to 390 meters or whatever the vision is, the view range is on the tank, you have to be looking that direction. So that'll be kind of interesting. It definitely will kind of change the way that people play, and I think it'll make it much easier to. I see a lot more sniping going on, to be honest with you. So that'll be interesting. You have different areas, ammunition areas, consumables, spoils of war, and airdrops. If you kill a tank, you can pull up next to it and take all of his ammunition and stuff like that. The map will slowly start counting down and closing down. So red areas, basically it'll just shrink it down into one little happy square where everybody will be battling everybody. You can play individual, or you can play platoons. Lots of different consumables, abilities, and those just keep adding on as you achieve those abilities. So it's not like you just get 3 or 2 abilities and that's it. You could, at the end of the battle, you could have a ton of abilities. Ranks and chevrons. It's kind of like ranked battles. You get a chevron for X amount of position 1 through 10 gets chevrons on a winning team or on a losing team. I believe that's the way it's broken down. 11 through 14 don't get any, and 15 through 20 lose. And platoons, I think it's 7 teams of 3, so 21 players. And on the one versus all, I think there's 20 players. So it looks like it might be fun, might be worth a try. I hope it's a lot better than Homefront, because Homefront was just dumb. We do have a 2 crew XP weekend, so make sure you get the codes in for that. There are some other codes. There's the Uruguayan and Brazilian independence, so make sure that you put in those codes for those guys just to get their flags and whatever else they're giving away. I happen to like 2 XP weekends. They're a lot more fun than the 5 times. I hate the 5 times. BK7501 is out there. I'm sure there's lots of reviews. I don't have one. I at this point am not ready to start doing reviews. Yeah, go out there. From what I understand, it's just like the other VK75 tanks. Is there some? Yeah, well, rear turreted, heavy, tier 8 premium. Got a hard-hitting gun. Can be defeated. I see a lot of them in Frontline. So, speaking of Frontlines, like I said, I've been playing Frontlines, and it's been fun. They need to get the second map in there. You announced that you had it. Why isn't it with this release? Seriously, Frontline is getting old. If you're going to have a year-long's worth of play, you got to change it up. Now, I do like the fact that they put in the boosters. That's nice. That helped me this round. And that was great, and keep that going. And even if you want to make missions to achieve those, that's even great. I spent the gold and got the other 10. It was worthwhile, but that, so I had 20 of them, but it was very useful and very helpful. Helped me achieve quite a bit. And though I rank generally somewhere between general to major to captain, you still have those games where you walk out as lieutenant or sergeant and go, what the hell just happened? I just spent 20 minutes of my life and just got my kicked. Uh, and 9 out of 10 of that's usually because of these EBR little bastards, right? Which is another thing that I think is kind of frustrating frontline from just from people that I've watched. I've watched streamers, I've talked to, conversations on chat, stuff like that. And the EBR, the amount of EBRs is frustrating people. And I mean, these guys can blow by you at 70, 80 kilometers and hit you with 2 shots, and you can't do a dang thing. Maybe they need to limit the size of those, but that's an opinion, and opinions are like, everybody's got one, and they usually stink. So next, what do we got? Map changes. Okay, so was doing some research this morning, looking on the forums, not the forums, the not tabloids. Yeah, okay, tabloids. So they're coming out with I want to say this is a new map in the super test. If this is an older map and I just don't remember it, please let me know. But Berlin, look, the path next to the bridge. The fact that he's explaining this makes me think that it's an older map that they're just bringing back. But they've made some changes. Also, for those who may or may not know, it looks like let's see. Minsk is also getting some changes. Sorry, I don't mean to keep going up and down. I hope that doesn't make you motion sick. But it looks like Minsk is getting some more changes. So that's all. That's good. That I guess map changes is always good, right? Yeah, okay. It was Gamescom, so it looks like there were some bonus codes that were handed out. But from what I've been able to decipher, they're either A for the European Union only, the EU side, or maybe the Russian side, or they have a limited amount of uses. I don't know. I tried these, none of them worked for me. The Daily Bounce had one on there, and I tried that, and it took me right to the EU server. So way to go, Wargaming. Cut out a portion of your user base from the codes, but hey, that's par for the course, right? As you can tell, I might be a little salty with Wargaming right now. I was playing, and it's just customer service. It's the customer service that got me. As some of you saw, I had a video up where I had some issues while I was playing Frontline, where the game kept going. I had no control over my tank. I was seeing a packet storm on my router. It kicked me off of TeamSpeak. It wreaked havoc throughout the house. To be honest with you, we don't have cable here, so we have cable in Dallas. We just don't have it in the house. We do a lot of Hulu, that type of Amazon Prime TV stuff. But I mean, it just wreaked havoc. And some of the feedback I got, from Nona and stuff like that, to check my systems, which I did. I'll be honest with you, I have 30 plus years in the IT field, networking, servers, stuff like that. I troubleshoot it, and before I submitted a ticket to Wargaming, I went and checked the forums, and I remember I was watching Cody's stream earlier that day, and he was having some strange issues too. His were more like ping spikes whenever he went over to the mini map. I was watching a gentleman over in Sweden, Simplus, and he was getting notifications of people that were getting kicked out of the client, and then of course they would lose all their XP and their rank, and so when it started happening to me, I was kind of like, okay, is this it? And I was platooning with some buddies of mine, and on TeamSpeak, and they never lost contact. They never, which again could point to me or them, and that's fine. I can't 100% rule out that it wasn't me. But I can't 100% rule out that it wasn't Wargaming. So I submitted a ticket just to say, hey, I ran into this, is there anything you can do about me losing the rank and that? And of course they said no. And in turn said, it looks like you left the game early. It looks like you have connection issues, blah, blah, blah. And I went back and I said, hey, great. You can't do anything about the game. That's fine. But in my years of experience in working in the IT field, customer service is, even if you can't solve a problem, you have to make the person understand that you've done everything. And the feedback that I got and the responses I got from Wargaming were more, this is your fault, this is your problem, our stuff is working, it's not our issues, even though there were posts in the forum and that hey, there's an issue with this micro patch that you guys released. And and that set me off. And I'm still a little bitter about it. I'm a big thing about customer service. I'm a big thing about doing your job. I generally don't go through drive-thrus because you have one job, and that's get my order right. And if you can't do that, then you have a serious issue. So, and I know it's me. I'm just a huge guy about the customer service. If you can't, if you can't solve my problem, fine. If you think there's an issue with my side, I'll be happy to either prove that it is or prove that it isn't. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. Hey, my bad. I made a mistake. But don't just automatically accuse. Don't just automatically assume that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And, so again, it's just firing me up. So we're going to move on. So we had map changes. We did get an update today. Okay, so be prepared for that. We are now at version 1.6.0.2. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's to fix those weird little things that they're not talking about. And that's the other thing. I mean, if you have an issue, be honest about it and say, yeah, we know there's an issue. We know that this micro patch is screwing things up, and we apologize. Just be honest about it. Anyway, I mean, I support companies of multiple users, and if I have to take everything down or something goes down, it's just an apology. I'm sorry that affected you. But it had to be done. Anyway, that's about all I've got. That's the update. Channel's doing great. Be sure to swing by and see me on Twitch. For those of you who may or may not be aware of that, Twitch channel, Twitch TV/Bonsai Duck. Come and see me. I usually try to stream on the weekends in the morning, and during the week it'll be obviously after work and during the evening. So that's I'm in the Central Time Zone of the United States, so that might help you. But swing by. I'd love to platoon, chat. I have a Discord channel, so we'll get you on there. We can get some comms going, and that's pretty much it. So have a good weekend. Stay safe. And this is Bonsai Duck out.